2020 was not a good year to be a person with a disability. 2020 was not a good year to be LGBTQ, Latinx, Asian, Muslim, or Jewish. 2020 was not a good year to be female, and 2020 was definitely not a good year to be a black or brown male. The date is Monday, June 15th, 2020. In the wake of the murder of George Floyd and the subsequent protests and riots that followed, the Cambridge program hosted a Zoom meeting to support the men of color in our program. This footage is raw, real, and is unedited. Well, we did cut a few curse words. Please, say it isn't so, Joe.
I think those are the athletes. What about Devin? I know last week you forgot your question. You want to ask John Madri?
I just want to know why us. Just why? What makes us such a target?
Slavery.
Why?
Honestly, it's a great question, man.
But Martin Luther King talked about not judging a person based on what they look like. But I might be messing that up. But
no, you're not.
You're not messing.
No, Devin.
No, you're right.
I just want to know why. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm fucking tired of it. Pardon my language, but I am.
It's hard.
It is very difficult.
I don't mean to cry. Like, it takes a lot for me to cry. This breaks me.
I know.
Yeah, it does.
So that's
It really breaks.
But one of the things
that we have survived.
Yes.
Yeah, we're still here.
So why did I write this play? Well, because of that last video. See, when you see a 315-pound, 6'10" young man who I watched grow up, life get changed by the tragedies that have happened in 2020, you get angry. And when I get angry, I write.
Still in parts of the country in 2021. No blacks, no Jews, no gays, that's like all of us.
Yeah, but the song forgot so much because anyone speaks Spanish. Which reminds me, why didn't you mention the crisis at the border in this year's play? I mean, our former president made it clear that our Spanish-speaking brothers weren't welcome here. I believe he lovingly referred to us as murderers and rapists.
Just like when anybody talks about the Second Amendment, people cling to that. So I'm going to cling to my Fifth Amendment rights. And I'm going to plead the Fifth.
Well, D, I'm surprised you didn't address the elephant in the room, man, and the whole George Floyd incident and Black Lives Matter movement.
Well, it's my Fifth Amendment right to leave out George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement.
Well, on the topic of this year's play, why didn't you talk about the insurrection on January 6th? I mean, you had the opportunity to point out a few things, like 99% of the white men were armed and attacking the Capitol of a valid, certified, quadruple certified election.
Well, Phil, just like the Second Amendment, I'm going to plead my Fifth Amendment rights on this because I wanted to leave it out, so I plead the Fifth.
Or how close of a vice president being beaten or attacked, possibly hung by a mob?
Yeah, he was supposed to be hung by a mob, but you know what? It's my Fifth Amendment right to just leave it out.
But on that, though, you could have pointed out the valor, duty, and bravery of Capitol Police Officer Gene Goodwin and how he held off a huge mob of thugs with only his baton trying to harm the president, the vice president, who was only 50 feet away.
Yeah, that's true. You know, Army specialist, Army trained, veteran. Yeah, I could have pointed it out. But you know what? It's my Fifth Amendment right to leave it out. And just like a lot of people cling to that Second Amendment, you know, I'm going to plead to my Fifth Amendment. You know what, I'll tell you one more thing. Like Barry McGuire said, hate your next door neighbor, but don't forget to say grace.
It's Friday, February 14th, 2020. Giuseppe Nocella is cleaning up his newly renovated bar. He took a gamble back in December and took out a loan to fix the place up. Giuseppe is a hard-working, second-generation Italian-American who takes care of his younger brother Sal. Sal is a smart, non-verbal adult with autism. The brothers are sharing a moment as Giuseppe cleans up.
This was a good night, Sal. Yes, my little brother, 2020 is going to be a great year for both of us. Business is great, the new renovation is a hit with the customers, and I got you into a great new day program. Yes, Mia Fratelli, Mom and Dad will be so proud of us.
Hi, Sal. Hi, Sippy. I'm Sally, the Funtime Festival, but I didn't know what time it was.
Oh, no worries, Mrs. Goodrow. I was just cleaning up, and not only count my money, but I was also counting my blessings.
And I got my present too.
Oh, by the way, this is for you.
No, Sippy.
No, you've been a blessing to me. You've helped care for Sal after my parents passed away. I made a lot of tips tonight and sharing what I have is something that always comes back to me somehow. What was it your mother used to say? Cast your bread upon the water and it comes back twofold?
That's it. Come on, Sal. Get home.
Okay, Sal, go with Mrs. G and I will see you at the house.
It is Saturday, February 15th. David, the director of the Cambridge program, is getting in his morning workout. Even though he has his own gym at home, he likes to get in extra early on Saturdays before everyone else arrives to work out. His phone rings at 6:45 and he stops to pick it up.
Hello? Oh, hi, Elmo. Why are you calling me so early? Yes, we do have program today.
Okay. Is the bus coming?
Yes, the bus is coming. Like always at 7:30.
I'm outside. Should I go back inside? I'm outside.
Go back inside, Elmo. Your bus should be at your stop at 7:30 like always.
Okay. Alright, thank you. Okay.
I better get upstairs. Bonnie, Curtis, and Billy will be here in a few minutes. Oh boy, Drop Dodging Donald is on again? Wow, that's odd. I remember him saying that this is only one person and not to worry about. Okay, let's see. I gotta check the messages, go over the schedule, make sure the lunch order is ready for Mrs. Finn. Aw, heck. Let me run downstairs and do one more set.
It's February 17th, 2020. Drama teacher Patrick Luigi is alone in his small studio in the city. Like Giuseppe, he has poured his heart and soul into his acting and singing school. He gave up a promising career on Broadway to bring theater into a neighborhood that is quickly becoming gentrified and is losing the working class people who built it.
Well, it's a little bit cold in here. Let me turn on the heat so it'll be warm by the time the crew gets here. That was a little harsh on them today during rehearsal, but I want to make sure we get this thing right. Now, let me take a look at that video from last week's rehearsal.
Okay, everyone, let's stretch a little. I know that this place is a bit smaller than my studio, but I'm glad that my friend Dave let us use this stage. All right, roll your arms. This. Now let's go to right. Shake it out. Okay, places everybody. 3, 2, 1. Come on. All right, Jake. More effort. Okay, stop! Stop! Everyone, stop what you're doing. Okay, guys, so I have a lot of notes that I just took, and I just wanted to give you feedback. Caesar, you are off key. Eric, you are like a beat and a half off of rhythm, and I have no idea what you three ladies were even doing. Where's your passion, guys? Have you guys even been practicing? All right, well, let's take 10 and let's do this all over again. I have all day.
Oh well, we are getting there. I was a little rough on them, but I just want to make sure we get it right. Later on, I'll call Giuseppe and order his famous pizza and chicken wings for the crew. Dear Mr. Patrick Luigi, we are hereby informing you that we will need to raise your studio rent from $2,000 to $3,000 per month. The new payment is due March 1st. Great. Where am I going to get this money? Ticket sales look good, and thank God we've sold out our first 2 shows. Really helps to have my family helping. If I'm lucky, I can break even and can pay my cast and the musicians. Oh well, this could be worse. I gotta remind myself that there are people struggling all over this city and to be thankful for what I got. I just gotta remember that there is always a rainbow waiting somewhere after a storm. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on the morning star. Somebody thought of that, someone believes it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? What do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell, we know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep, and have you heard voices? I heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailor? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. Something that I'm supposed to be. All right, everybody now. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La da da dee da da do, la da 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 dee da do.
It is late February. Jack Sr. and Jack Jr. are best friends. Since wife and mother Mary passed away 5 years ago, they have grown even closer. Jack Sr. is a retired postal worker, and Jack Jr. is a hard-working plumber. They enjoy fishing, hunting, and camping together. Both are blue-collar guys who have lived in the family home for over 50 years.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss. Every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow. Bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever.
Hey Dad, how the hell are you? How was your day?
Hi son, I'm okay. How was work?
It was great. I installed 65 feet of pipe today. My back is killing me. You want to order out tonight? What do you want?
How about a nice pizza and a couple of beers from Giuseppe's?
Great. Let me call that in. Let me get a quick shower. Have you heard about that new China virus from the news lately?
Fake news.
Yeah, that's what the guys are saying on the job. Fake news, liberal media. Let me hop in the shower real quick, and then we'll watch Fox News. And by then the pizza should be here. Love you, Dad.
Love you too, son.
The day is March 6th, 2020, and disc jockey DJ 4 Hope is live on air spinning songs of hope, as he has for the last 10 years. He is the lead DJ for radio station LOVE, and today he is interviewing community activist and local singer Kelly Breeze.
Good morning or evening, friends. Here's is your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster, could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. It's that love in need of love today.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is DJ Hope coming to you live from our studio right here in Cambridge, Massachusetts. That was a great Stevie Wonder singing Love's in Need of Love Today. It's a comfortable 41 degrees here in Beantown. And here's a quick news update. The CDC reports the new coronavirus is spreading rapidly across our country. As of today, March 6th, there are reported 282 cases of the novel coronavirus right here in the U.S. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, President Trump reports that the virus is under control.
The virus is under control.
In other news, I'd like to give a shout out to all the Special Olympians headed to the state games in Worcester this weekend. Gotta give a shout out to the defending Division State 1 champions, the Cambridge Warriors, and also to the top seed Division 3 Cambridge Falcons. Let's go, boys! Bring the gold back to the bridge! I'm so delighted to interview my next guest, Kelly Green. She's a local community activist and singer-songwriter from North Cambridge, Massachusetts. Welcome, Kelly.
Thanks for having me on today, DJ Barno.
Before we get started, I've asked a question that everybody must ask.
If it's, am I related to Drew Brees? The answer is no, but he wishes.
So you have been active in so many movements. You're getting students and seniors registered to vote. You bring meals to homeless veterans, and you are organizing the Black Lives Matter movement. Where do you find the time?
Well, I was raised to spread love and show kindness to as many people as I can. In my family, we make time.
Tell our listeners a little about the work you're doing right now.
Well, as you mentioned in your intro, I volunteer to get students like myself registered to vote. We're also helping make sure that seniors can safely submit their vote. It's been a rough few years for a lot of us, and people need to stay informed to be the change, to make the change.
Tell me a little more.
Well, issues like health care, loans, love and kindness should be what every voter cares about. And I just believe that saying mean and degrading things to people for things that are out of their control, like the way they look, speak, or walk, is just wrong.
I know you do a lot of work with our veterans. Recently, our president said he believed that transgender people should no longer be allowed to serve in the military. In fact, he is on record saying that gay and lesbian people should not be allowed to serve.
You know, I find it interesting that a guy who was drafted 5 times and refused the Call of Duty 5 times has anything to say on the matter. He has no business criticizing the men and women who have entered the Call of Duty.
True. So tell me a little about your work with Black Lives Matter.
Well, so I come from a family of law enforcement. I know a majority of police officers are out there putting their lives on the line every day, you know, doing it all for the right reasons. We are protesting those cops who do not protect and serve, and thus give police officers all over the country a bad name.
What do you say to people who say all lives matter?
I would say I agree, but for all lives to matter, Black lives must matter. Here's a good example. Say we've got 2 houses on the same street. They're right next to each other. One is on fire. So when the fire department shows up, they put their focus on the house that is on fire. Not only so that they can rectify the situation, but to keep it from spreading to the other houses in the neighborhood. All the houses are important in this scenario, but we gotta treat the one with the fire first. Yes. All houses matter, but that's the one we need to pay attention to right now.
Yes, I get it. Thank you for the explanation. Wow, Kelly, I heard you recorded a version of Pig's song, A Million Dreams. Would you mind gracing us with your incredible voice right now?
Well, I didn't really prepare anything. Why not? One second. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting for me, like all my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams are all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Thank you, Kelly. That was amazing. Keep spreading love. Okay, the time is now 1:43. Let's take a quick break before we get back to the music.
Are there words about a pandemic at this point?
No, we're not at all, and we have it totally under control. We're working very strongly with China.
So this is deadly stuff.
The vast majority of Americans, the risk is very, very low.
Fauci said earlier this week that the lag in testing was in fact a failing. Do you take responsibility for that?
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
The traditional one-day running of the 124th Boston Marathon is not feasible this year.
Massachusetts will close all schools for at least 3 weeks starting Tuesday.
You keep calling this the Chinese virus. A lot of
Because it
people
comes
say
from
it's
China.
racist.
It's not racist at all. Not at all. It comes from China.
I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't want to create a panic.
The Massachusetts Department of Public Health has reported the state's first COVID-19 death.
What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. I'm also hopeful to have Americans working again by that Easter.
More than 6.6 million Americans filing new claims for unemployment insurance last week.
And then I see the disinfectant, and is there a way we can do something like that? By injection inside. We have met the moment, and we have prevailed.
This research from Columbia says that 36,000 people could still be alive today if we had social distancing measures in place just a week earlier.
Can you take it up because I cannot hear you?
I'll just speak louder, sir.
Oh, okay, good. You want to be politically correct. Go ahead. We will be today terminating our relationship with the World Health Organization.
But new numbers show a 100% spike in Tulsa cases in just the past week.
So I said to my people, slow the testing down, please.
Businesses tied to President Trump were cleared to receive millions of dollars in coronavirus bailout funds.
Many doctors think it is extremely successful, the hydroxychloroquine.
Do you think that he cares that some of his own people could get sick and maybe die by being at this event at the White House?
We are focusing on the science, the facts, and the data.
Will it go away without the vaccine? Sure, over a period of time. Sure, with time, it goes many deaths.
The date is March 13th. Chief Adam Justice. Yes, that's right, his last name is Justice. Well, Chief Justice is a hard-working, fair-minded cop. It bothered him that only 19% of all police officers are veterans. He did a tour in Vietnam, unlike most of the police officers that served under him. He's a dad, a husband, a family man, and a damned good cop.
Shoot.
Thanks, Officer Wilkins. Hey, can you do a quick Dunkin' run? Would you like anything, Lieutenant?
Maybe just a coffee. I'm trying to lose some weight.
I'll have a chocolate chip muffin and a large iced tea. Keep the change and get yourself something.
Okay. Shit. Shit.
Hey, where's that breaking news on TV?
Damn it, turn that up. What the heck?
When it was all over, police found no drugs, no money in her apartment.
Take it easy, Chief. All the facts ain't yet.
Take it easy. Take it easy. That is somebody's daughter, somebody's mother, somebody's sister. When us officers put on the uniform, the last thing we want to do is hurt someone. We're trying to help people. The last thing we should ever do is use our sidearm.
Maybe they got scooped.
Oh, come on, Lamar. Stop making excuses for them. You're a black man in a country where white cops are shooting more and more black men. Don't pretend you don't see it. If you were not an officer in Cambridge or Boston, you would be a threat. Just another.
Don't say it. Don't you dare say that word.
Lamar, I wasn't going to say that.
It is March 16th, and the virus is starting to take its toll on the nation. It is becoming clear now to Giuseppe, David, Patrick, and others in the neighborhood that those in power in the White House were either completely unprepared and unwilling, or that making America great again really means completely ignoring reality and causing millions of Americans to lose their jobs, their dignity, their businesses, and most importantly, their loved ones.
Quiet everybody, please! Quiet everybody! Breaking news from the governor!
For the first day in months, Massachusetts restaurants can seat diners again as the state moves into phase 2 of the governor's coronavirus recovery plan. But there's one caveat. Diners have to sit outside.
Jiminy Crickets! Does this mean everything's shutting down?
What the hell? I thought this thing was supposed to give up by Easter. Give me another one, Giuseppe.
Whoa, take it easy, Jack Jr. You've been putting them down all day. This ain't like you.
See, this is exactly what I was talking about. I feel like having to come at this long dinner turnout in January and then kept it from all of us. It's crazy.
How am I going to explain it to the participant, our family and staff members in the Cambridge program?
How can this be? How are we supposed to survive? What about all those small business owners who live from paycheck to paycheck?
Let's flip to Fox News and see what's going on with this stupid thing. According to Laura, Maria, and Tucker, this is all fake news.
Stop watching Fox News! Look, this is not fake news anymore. This virus is starting to take its toll, and anyone who is calling a hoax is lying. Jack, give it, it's real! Listen, everyone, it's almost closing time. Last call is now. I'm sorry, but I gotta get home to my brother. I'm gonna have to close up early.
Well, I'll see you when I see you.
Jack, give me your keys.
What?
You are in no condition to drive. I called you an Uber.
No, I'm fine.
Give me your keys! Now!
Stop to have a beer at Mike. Now you're crossing that center line for the third time. Second time like this week. Had a friend ask you for your keys. You said, no, I'm doing fine. Sure you act like you ain't got nothing to lose. But every part that has might be the ones who take with you. Give your house spread to your wife. It's been going for your kids. Lay life down for your country, for your Jesus, for your friends. A whole lot of things that you say you're living for. But you gotta fight somehow.
hide right now.
I got your back. My brother's keeper, right?
Yeah, my brother's keeper.
What am I gonna do now? I poured my whole life into this place. My mother and father came here with almost nothing but the clothes on their back and a few bucks they saved up. They worked hard providing for me and Sal. They taught me to love and respect everyone, regardless of what they looked like or sounded like. What am I gonna do now? I love people of all races, creeds, and colors. I love it when people order my pizza. Giuseppe's Pizza. I could give a hoot about money. You see this place? I built this own place with my Italian-American hands. Every light socket, every damn piece of tile, me, with these 2 hands! For God's sake, stop calling it pictures!
Welcome to the presidential debates, and here we have our Democratic candidates coming with us tonight. We have Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg, Beto O'Rourke, Bernie Sanders, and there we have it, the 2020 Democratic presidential candidates.
It is May 2020. Dwight and Pam O'Connor never did things traditionally. They met at UMass Boston, in a creative writing class. It was love at first sight. She was Jewish and he was Irish, and their parents never approved of their relationship. They didn't care, so they eloped. They traveled the world together, and loved to bowl. They even joined a bowling league on Thursday evenings at the Turnpike Bowlodrome on Route 2. Dwight and Pam never had any children, but they had each other. They were recently forced to cancel their trip to Mexico until after the virus passes.
Hello?
I'm Mr. O'Connor. This is Dr. Conahan from MGH.
Hi, Doc. How are you?
Is Kevin available? I got her test results back, and I'd like to have a conversation with her.
I'll get her. Honey, it's Doc Cohen. He wants to speak with you. Hello?
Hi, Pam. I have your results back from the lab work yesterday, and I will need you to come in tomorrow morning.
What? Tomorrow? I have to work.
Mrs. O'Connor, I thank you for putting me on speaker so we can include your husband in the conversation. Is that okay with you?
My husband, what?
What's wrong, honey?
He wants to speak to both of us. Okay, Doctor, you're on speaker.
Our team thinks you should come in immediately because we found a fifth lost tuna in your lunch.
Oh my God, no!
Hello, Mr. O'Connor, you still there?
Honey!
Oh, my I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. Then time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still more? I need your love. I need your love. God, speed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Yeah. Lonely riverside, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch. Oh, Lord, lonely time. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still
The month is June. Both Dr. Young and Dr. Conley have been awarded a grant from the CDC and the United States government to begin researching a vaccine for the virus. Operation Warp Speed was put in place to get the red tape out of the process, so these talented doctors and their incredible all-female group of scientists can hopefully find a vaccine.
Doctors, please stop what you were doing. We have some exciting news. Doctors, please give us full vital attention.
Okay, doctors, move down.
We had just received the word that we will be receiving funding as one of the companies picked to find a COVID vaccine. This is not a joke. We need to begin our research immediately.
Yes, this is groundbreaking. What is our timeline?
Well, we are in a pool with Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson. So we need to do this as safely as possible.
But we are not as big as those other companies.
That's right. We may not be as big as other companies, but we have the duty to the people of this country to give it our best effort.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Mr. President, thank you. Sir,
You say that we have this thing under control, and yet this virus continues to daily grow in almost every single state.
Get everything down because some people are getting sick. 30,000 people die from the flu each year, but we don't shut down the economy. That's a big no-no. What a big question from you and your fake network. Next!
Mr. President, isn't that true that if we don't take the precautions seriously, the projections could be as high as 100,000 by the month of June?
You got your liberal media that don't like me. They're making this thing look worse than it is. Look, I know more about this than anyone else. It'll magically go away in May. Hey look, it's China's fault, not mine. I call it the China virus.
Why do you keep calling it the China virus?
Because they brought it here, duh. I heard it called the China virus, the Kung flu, the China plague. Yeah, you.
Mr. President, what do you think to the people with disabilities? You offer to have when you mark a person with disability.
What? Speak up. What did you say?
I said, what do you say to other people walking with disability? Walk on the office when you walk on and so on. You walk on. What do you say?
What do you say to all the blah, 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 blah? How did this guy get in here? Next!
What do you say that they're using words like Kung flu is just racist and wrong towards both Asian and Asian American people?
As China.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President.
Mr. President, you were recently quoted saying that you were the president of law and order and that you stand with law enforcement. However, recently it was discovered that your organization took more than $2 billion that was supposed to go directly to retired police officers and families.
Fake news. Look, I have many organizations. I get big, very big, millions of dollars.
Mr. President, back to the virus. Your own CDC says that if we do not do more nationally, we could potentially have a second wave and lose as many as 250,000 by November.
Those are not the numbers I have. This thing will be gone by summer, and there will be no second wave. Fake news.
Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President.
Mr. President, last week you indicated that there may be some sort of drink that could internally wash out this virus.
Yes, there is some disinfectant or bleach that will wash this out of this system. It's fantastic. It's supposed to flush it from the inside, right?
A lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat, as the heat comes in. Typically, that will go away in April.
Oh God!
That's
How did I help my team?
Yeah.
By running down the ball and when they were open, I passed it to them and they shot it and I got the rebound and I passed it to John Conaway and he shot the three-point shot.
You cannot show a sense of panic or you're going to have bigger problems than you ever had before.
Just a quick shout out to say hi, say I miss you, we miss you, the family misses everybody. Please, please, please practice safe hand washing.
I've spoken to President Xi. They're getting it more and more under control. So I think that's a problem that's going to go away.
Just wanted to check in with everybody. Hope you're doing well. We're doing well. I've been working on some things, trying to get more support to homeless people in Cambridge.
When you have 15 people, and the 15 within a couple of days is going to be down to close to zero, that's a pretty good job we've done.
This is Philip, the Zumba guy, and I'm sitting at home just like everyone else is because I'm stuck here.
It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear. And from our shores, it could get worse before it gets better. It could maybe go away. We'll see what happens.
Hi friends, oh my goodness, I miss you a whole bunch. I miss you so much. I can't even describe it. I even took a really long, nice walk to program because I missed you so, so much. See?
You have to be calm. It'll go away.
Hello everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. I just want to let you know I really miss you. I miss program. It's a big part of my life, has been for a long time. Here, say hi to the puppies.
Puppies, say hi.
It will go away. Just stay calm. It will go away.
Hi, good morning everyone. David asked us to make this video. I'm not very good at doing it, but I'll give it a try because it's so important that we stay in touch with each other, all our friends from Saturday program.
We need a little separation until such time as this goes away. It's going to go away. It's going to go away.
I use this app called Zoom. It's a conference call and video chat app, which you guys should check out. I use it to chat with all my friends. I'm planning to set up a chat with Jonathan.
It will go away. You know it is going away, and it will go away, and we're going to have a great victory.
Hey everyone, just wanted to say hi. Hope everyone's doing alright. I'm currently at work right now. I am what do you call an essential employee of the government. I run their mail room. Hope to see you all real soon. I miss stuff like carrot canines and socializing with all you guys.
It's going to go away, hopefully at the end of the month, and if not, hopefully will be soon after that.
So it is going on this.
Kim, it is going away.
I miss you all. Y'all are like family to me. My brother's keeper. Stay strong.
I didn't say Dave. I said it's going away, and it is going away.
I miss everybody. I can get together with everybody. Stay safe.
You were saying things like, I think it's a problem that's going to go away within a couple of days.
It will go away.
We're excited for the program to be back and to see everybody. But in the meantime, hope that everybody is staying safe.
It's going to go. It's going to leave. It's going to be gone. It's going to be eradicated. And it might take longer. It might be in smaller sections. It won't be what we had.
As summer comes to a close, the fear of a second wave looms. Patrick Luigi has come to the realization, like many other Americans in this nation, that his business and lifelong dream will painfully end. His rent is overdue. The building has been closed for months, and he has had to use all of his savings to survive. He never applied for unemployment or assistance because he knew people were far more in need than he was. Nevertheless, he somehow holds on to hope.
So it's almost September, and the reality of putting on a show this year is just gone. What is going on? What is going on? When did science just become a political belief? Why are so many people still calling this virus fake news? Why? Why? Why?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Jack, what's the matter?
Dad, it's my dad.
Jack, just breathe and pull yourself together. Where are you?
Yes.
Well, come up. Are you wearing your mask?
Yes, I'm wearing a mask.
Okay. So tell me what happened?
My dad had trouble breathing, and they had to take him to the VA.
Oh no, Jack, don't tell me.
Yes, less than 24 hours. He's on a ventilator.
COVID?
Yes, it's all my fault.
No, it's not. It's not your fault, Jack.
We went to a rally and nobody was wearing a mask, including us.
Stop blaming yourself. There are a lot of people still listening to misinformation from certain politicians like President Trump. You made a choice. Your father made a choice. Let it go now. It's time to pray and focus on your father.
He's all I got. He's all I got. I can't lose him.
This damn virus doesn't care whether you are white, black, gay, straight, trans, bisexual, Muslim, or Jewish, and certainly not if you're a Democrat or a Republican.
What the hell was I thinking?
Listen, your dad loves you, and that's all that matters now. What the hell? I haven't been here for months and all of a sudden I'm popular. Oh my goodness, it's Kelly Breeze.
Hiya guys. I saw your light was on, so I just had to come up and say hi. Oh, hey Jack. No MAGA hat today?
Kelly, please. It's his dad.
Oh no, Jack. Don't tell me. COVID?
He's at my number on a ventilator.
Oh no.
Now, why don't we walk over to Giuseppe's and see him? He could use some outdoor dining.
I have a thing, but I'll walk over with you guys.
Yeah, I can show you some company.
Pizza's up. You ordered it. Cheers.
Hey, Mr. Nocella. Hi, Jay. How? My grandmother was making a lot of masks. This one's handmade.
Yeah.
That grandmother of yours is the best. Perfect. You got that right. Well, please tell Mrs. Goodrum I said thank you. Alright. Listen, you're getting big now. I want to be very careful when you're outside and you get stopped by a police officer. Promise me you will not panic. And keep your hands out of your pockets. Don't talk back. Say yes sir, no sir, and never, ever run. Promise me that. Say it. I promise. You just sound like my grandmother. Here you go. Now get out of here and be a kid.
Well, it looks like business is picking up.
Yeah, I'm getting by. If it wasn't for takeout orders and community support, I don't know if I could have saved this place.
Yes, things are starting to look better. Things are finally trending down.
Yeah, I gotta hand it to Governor Baker. He's trying to keep us open safely.
Yep, I am currently no Republican, but has done a darn good job in this state. It has not been easy.
Yes, especially when you compare him to the governor of Texas, and don't even mention that cowardly clown in Florida. They'll be those two states alone. If you toss in a few more red states, will be responsible for the second wave if we have one.
I just wish people would stop making this political and make it about science. Listen to the pride of my ancestors from Italy, Dr. Fauci. The man has science behind him, not a political agenda.
So does this mean that Kelly and I can put up a Joe Biden sign?
Of course, every American should vote. People fought and died for the right to vote. With COVID, it makes it much more risky to vote. So I say yes to democracy, especially this year.
Thanks, big guy. Big air hug.
Hey, Gene, you want more ice?
Yes, Victor.
How much you want?
About 1 bucket full.
Where you want, Gene?
Over in the cooler is fine.
Gene, listen, you want to take a break?
Yes, Victor. Go on break.
You got the patience of a saint.
I try to be nice to everyone I meet. I love that guy. Do you remember when he held the deadlift record for the state in the Special Olympics at 455 pounds?
I sure do. He was a beast.
How are you holding up? How's Senior?
He ain't doing good at all. The ventilator is keeping him alive. Honestly, I'm a mess, buddy.
Listen, brother, I feel your pain. Just know that you have me and this whole community pulling for him.
Thanks, G. I just wish I could see him. I can't even visit my dad.
How are you holding up, buddy?
It's not looking good.
How about I buy you a drink?
No, I stopped drinking in April after I got laid off.
Then how about a Sinatra special?
A Sinatra? Is Giuseppe still making those?
How about 2 Sinatra specials?
2 Sinatras coming right up. As old Blue Eyes used to say, that's the nectar of the gods, baby!
It's early September. Schools are starting to reopen. The numbers are dropping. And for now, maybe, just maybe, things may be turning. At least in Massachusetts.
Hello again, everybody. This is your man of the planet, your boy of joy, your brother from another mother, or better known as DJ Forkle. Spreading love, peace, and joy, and reminding you to wear your mask and register to vote. Now we're going to take a short break in the music to do a quick weather, traffic, and news update. Let's swing it over to our news desk. Take it away, Rowdy Richie Rogers.
Thanks, brother. It's a beautiful day in downtown Cambridge, in Greater Boston. 72 degrees and sunny. It looks like a few clouds coming in tomorrow. 68 degrees, rain on Sunday, and a little cooler, and 61 degrees. And local news. Many schools are back to hybrids across the state, while others have plans to return soon. COVID numbers are going up slightly as we approach a second wave across the country. In national news, sadly COVID-19 deaths passed 200,000 today as numbers in Florida and Texas continue to rise rapidly. Please, can you do me a favor? If you live in those states, stay there! Here is what President Trump said earlier today in an interview with a Detroit TV station. Just a reminder, as we pass 7 million confirmed COVID cases,
We have done an incredible job. We did a hell of a job. Look, we're doing way better than any other country.
when asked today by Fox News why they did not inform the nation of a rapidly spreading virus back in January when he first found out, he later admitted to famous reporter Bob Woodward the following.
I want to show calmness. I'm the leader of the country. I can't be toughing up and down and scaring people. I don't want to scare people. I want people not to panic, and that's exactly what I did.
In sports, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers introduced their new uniforms today with guess who? Yup, that's right. Tom Trainer Brady! Go up to him and his married Atlanta Buccaneers this season. Bad chance they have of even making the playoffs. Can you say, you're too old, Tom Brady? Just go home and retire! Back over to you, DJ Borho.
Well, I have a great song from the legendary Hall of Famer music icon Willie Nelson. 2020 has been a tough year so far. So please, instead of complaining, start complying and wearing your mask, and for God's sake, vote.
Hi everyone, I want to thank you for attending our community Zoom tonight. We have a lot of familiar faces. We have the chief of the police department here. We have some community leaders, some city leaders, some business leaders, and some concerned citizens in the community. Hopefully we'll be able to discuss some of the very unique issues our community is facing right now and come up with some solutions. So let's get started. Chief, how can we get the message out to people of color that the police are on their side?
I'm a dad first, law enforcement officer second, and I want the community to know that while there have been a number of fatal shootings across the country this year, the majority of men and women who put on the uniform are well-meaning.
What am I supposed to do when I get pulled by a police officer? I'm 6'3", 200 pounds. Heck, my buddy Devin goes 6'10" and 280.
Well, first, you should always obey the officer's orders.
But what if I did not do anything wrong?
The officer should have a reasonable cause to stop you. Even if you think the officer does not have a good reason to stop you, you should still obey and avoid confrontation. Most officers are wearing body cameras now and should be rolling dashboard cameras. Any wrongdoing should be captured on film.
Keyword should.
Hi, Chief. I first want to say that I respect and appreciate and understand the thankless job you and your officers do every day. However, why don't we see more Black and Latino officers on the force? Let me step back. I come from a military family. My grandfather served in the Spanish-American War, World War I, and World War II. My father and 8 of my cousins served in World War II. I have 2 uncles that served in Korea. I have 3 cousins that served in Vietnam and 3 more cousins that served in Iraq and 2 in Afghanistan. This is not counting my members of my family who served in the military, but not during wartime.
That's impressive, David. I did a tour in Vietnam as well.
See, that's my point. Not one of these people got a position in law enforcement. Imagine if 2 or 3, 8 of my men from my family that served in World War II got on the police force or state police. We would now be talking about the generation of Black police officers. Instead, 93% of police forces across this country are white males, and only 18% were in the military. My father used to say that only the post office would give Black veterans a chance.
Those are great points, Dave. I always wonder why we don't recruit more college athletes of color. I mean, there are so many young men and women of color who frankly don't even get considered. Let's connect after Zoom and get a serious conversation started.
Much love, Chief. Keep up the good work.
You too, Dave. And please save me 2 seats for the next play.
You got it. The way it looks like it won't be until December 2021.
Well, one of the main reasons I've asked you all here today is to talk about voter registration and getting people to the polls. Seniors especially may need help during this pandemic. They may need help with mailing in their ballots, and we can help arrange rides for them to get to early voting sites and just make things safer for them and make it easier for them to vote.
I can volunteer my studio for registrations and rides, and I can even ask my good friend Giuseppe if his place is an option.
Good thinking.
I know we're having our own voter registration at the Cambridge program.
Really?
Yes. We are pushing people with disabilities to be more active in the political process. We're getting people registered early.
That's great, David.
Move yourself, David.
Oh, I am so sorry. I will never figure out this Zoom thing.
Now, I would like our next guest to talk a little bit about COVID testing and the research they're doing in helping us create a possible vaccine. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce Dr. Jill Young and Dr. Leslie Conlon.
Hi, thanks for having us on Zoom tonight. I am going to talk about importance of testing, and Dr. Conley will tell us a little bit about research we are doing on a positive vaccine.
Hello, I am honored to meet with all of you. The more people we get tested will help us get specific numbers and identify outbreaks as they occur. For example, the test we helped develop is called a rapid test. This test can give results within 24 hours.
This is amazing work. This is amazing. Imagine a team woman leading groundbreaking work.
You don't have to imagine, Mr. Mayor. It's happening.
Tell the truth, Kelly.
So,
Tell the truth, Kelly.
I believe we got a question from Mr. O'Connor.
Yes, thank you for having me on here. So, Dr. Young, what about the work you are doing for Pfizer? I have not been able to see my wife for almost 4 months now.
So we have already started our initial testing trial. We want to move into phase 3 by November, and then we will seek approval from the CDC sometime in January.
So we could start to get the shots into the arms of the Americans after the first of the year.
Yes, providing we are happy with the efficiency and effectiveness. Of course, we will also need to ensure that there are little to no side effects.
Amazing work, doctor. Simply amazing.
Mr. Mayor, while we have you here, I have a question. When are things going to start to return to, normal? I guess the word I would use. I know some schools are opening, gyms are coming back. What is your best estimated time frame?
Well, we base all our decisions first on science, second on the CDC guidelines, and of course, medical experts like Dr. Conley and Dr. Young. In other words, we try not to listen to the political misinformation that is out there. This pandemic has twisted us and bent us in many ways, but will not break us. Governor Baker, Marty Walsh, and the officials across the states put politics aside. We are making progress.
Thank you so much, Mayor Radley. Jack Jr., I know you've been pretty silent tonight, but before we go, I just want you to know that we're all rooting and praying for your dad. Jack, you're on mute.
Oops, sorry. I just want to say that my dad and I have lived in this community for decades. We have also been proud conservatives, mostly Republican, but sometimes Democrat. I just hope that my dad makes it and other people like us will learn to trust science and not ignore it. He is fighting for his life now, battling COVID. I know that nothing is more important than family. We bought into the fake news narrative. I could not see the forest for the trees. So please, everyone, wear your mask, social distance. Wash your hands, and for God's sake, don't risk the lives of the ones you love by listening to people who only care about tweets, money, power, fame, and shaming others. Words matter. Oh, yeah, and one more thing. America has always been great. In fact, it continues to be the greatest country in the world.
Well said, Jeff. Very well said.
It's the third week in October, and David is up early getting ready to load up tables for his first outdoor gathering of fall 2020. This pandemic has devastated the Cambridge program, and programs like it around the country.
Massachusetts schools shut down, check. Program closes, check. Public buildings closed, check. Special Olympics shuts down, check. Governor issues stay-at-home orders, check. Chaos, confusion, and denial form the White House, check. Kennedy Lake Park trip canceled, check. Restaurants, gyms, movie theaters shut down, check. Staff sets up deliveries to clients, check. Cambridge program holds its first Zoom, check. George Floyd BLM protest, check. Cambridge program begins small group gatherings around the city, check. Cambridge program starts COVID hotline, check. Cambridge program holds Zooms with state police with men of color, check. Violence erupts around the country, check. COVID deaths continue to climb, check. So here we are, October 24th, 2020. What a year. So today's our first day back outside. Oh, wow. I received hundreds of texts and emails and phone calls from our participants asking and wondering when things will get back to normal. Hopefully today will be a new process. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Wish me luck.
I could say okay, so no hotel cost.
Good evening from Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm Kristen Welfare of NBC News, and I want to welcome you to the first presidential debate between President Donald J. Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden. Today's debate is sponsored by the Commission on Presidential Debates. It is conducted under the strict health and safety protocols. The audience here in the hall has been asked to remain silent. No boos, cheers, or any interruptions allowed, except right now, as we welcome both President Trump and former Vice President Biden.
I've seen you around for a long, long time. Just wanna know if you're feeling fine. Why can't we be friends? We be friends. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? I've seen you walking around Chinatown. I called you, but you did not look around. Why can't we be friends? We be friends. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be
The date is November 3rd, election night. The country is on edge as we have finally reached the day that, depending on how you view it, will either change the course of our world or lead us into turmoil, confusion, and more division. Everyone's on edge as Giuseppe is trying to stay poised as the election results begin to roll in. CNN is in the background. The bar is busy, possibly a little over COVID capacity, but everyone is still wearing a mask.
Quiet, everybody, quiet. First results are coming in.
Oh my God, isn't John King dreaming?
Hey now, wasn't he married to Dana Bash?
Who cares? He's still dreaming. Hey, yeah, my nose
No, I'm good here, big guy.
Want to take a break?
Sure, Victor, go take your break.
Hiya, Chief. Oh yeah, my dad is driving all us crazy. Are you sure you don't have a desk job, a traffic crossing gardening, a closet? Wait, we will take it.
What we have, Chief, is not special. Here you go, sir. As old Blue Eyes used to say, that's the nectar of the gods, baby!
Greetings, everyone.
Howdy, Mayor.
Hi, Mr.
Mayor.
What brings you out tonight on all nights for election night?
Are you kidding me? I'm so nervous. I just had to be around my friends. Besides, I'm gonna deliver pizza.
Pizza's in the oven. Here's your Sinatra special. As old Blue Eyes used to say, that's the nectar of the gods, baby!
Hi guys, how are you? I'd like to propose a toast. Hey everyone, can I have your attention? I'd like to propose democracy and the privilege it is to live in this greatest country in the world, where every vote counts no matter what happens tonight. I hope we can all move forward together, because what COVID-19 has taught us, we are all in this together. We're all in this together.
Hey Dave, I heard that you registered a lot of your clients from the Cambridge program to vote this year for the first time this election.
Yes, we decided in 2016 we would start a political action club. Actually, it was a teacher that came up with that idea, not me.
That's awesome.
Well, we're getting our participants more involved in things that would affect them directly. We knew right away, people with disabilities were not a priority with the current administration.
Are we referring to the president blocking the National Television of Disability Program?
Bingo. 4 years in a row, here we are.
Hi everyone, how's it going? Great night tonight. Hey, what's up, Chief? I think I'm feeling a house special. You got it, Chief.
Thanks, Chief. Hey, Chief, turn up the TV. More results are coming in.
Oh my God, I think you may click on that.
Keep an eye on Georgia. Stacey Abrams putting some real work down there. I have a feeling.
Georgia, Georgia, all the things through. In a nice sweet song, in Georgia on my mind. Georgia on my mind. I say Georgia, Georgia.
Hey everyone, it's getting pretty late. I just wanted to say a few words before last call. I just wanted to thank you for eating my pizza, ordering takeout, and supporting me and my brother's business. We could not have survived without you, so whatever happens when all those votes are counted tomorrow, I want to know from the bottom of my heart that I love you. Each and every one of you. You are what makes this country, this state, this city, this world a better place. COVID-19 won't beat us, it will only make us stronger. I'd like to take a quick message. Remember, try to be kind to someone you may not know. Respect each other's differences and help someone who may be in need. In other words, try to open your heart to the world tonight. And one more thing, please remember, people with disabilities can do anything, including vote. Never, ever take that for granted.
It's important for people with disabilities to vote because for too long we've been on the sidelines.
People with disabilities are still people. They still have a say, they still have opinions.
Very often they are marginalized and unheard.
Written by a nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Maybe that's what I said. This is 14 years ago. They didn't do a retraction.
That reporter he is talking about is Serge Kovaleski, who now works for the New York Times.
Can now project that former Vice President Joe Biden will win Pennsylvania and Nevada, putting him over the 270 electoral votes he needs to become the 46th president of the United States.
I'm gonna pull back the shades of my field this morning and let the light of the world come in.
Van, what are your thoughts?
It's well, it's easier to be a parent this morning. It's easier to be a dad. It's easier to tell your kids character matters. It matters. Telling the truth matters. Being a good person matters. And it's easier for a whole lot of people. If you're Muslim in this country, you don't have to worry if the president doesn't want you here. If you're an immigrant, you don't have to worry if the president's going to be happy to have babies snatched away or send dreamers back for no reason. This is vindication for a lot of people who have really suffered. You know, the I can't breathe. You know, that wasn't just George Floyd. That was a lot of people that felt that they couldn't breathe. Every day you're waking up and you're getting these tweets and you just don't know, and you're going to the store and people who have been afraid to show their racism are getting nastier and nastier to you, and you're worried about your kids and you're worried about your sister.
Whether I'm up or I'm down, I'm gonna go another round. Try to bring somebody happiness.
Many times that the U.S. is doing far better than any other country when it comes to testing.
Yes.
Why does that matter? Why is this a global competition to you if every day Americans are still losing their lives and we're still seeing more cases every day?
Well, they're losing their lives everywhere in the world. And maybe that's a question you should ask China. Don't ask me, ask China that question, okay? When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer. Yes, behind you, please.
Sir, why are you saying that to me specifically?
I'm telling you,
ask
I'm
China?
not saying it specifically to anybody. I'm saying it to anybody that would ask a nasty question
That's
like that.
not a nasty
Please
question.
go ahead.
A woman love me, oh yeah. I'm gonna open up my heart this morning and see if I can help her free. I'm gonna give all my heart, make a new start in the world.
38-year-old Worcester policeman died yesterday in the line of duty trying to save a 14-year-old boy in distress in Green Hill Pond. Neither of the two made it out alive. Today, Officer Familia's body was taken by procession to the medical examiner's office as other first responders and total strangers pay their respects to the man who paid the ultimate sacrifice.
They put their lives on the line every single day, and it's very important that they're recognized for what they do. And this individual here, you know, he gave his life to try to save a life.
See if I can help a friend. If they scorn me today, turn me away, no matter what they say. I'm gonna be just a friend.
Hey everybody, it's Bill de Blasio, Mayor of New York City, and I'm wearing a beautiful shirt that was given to me by my old friend from long ago. We grew up together, David Tynes. I'm from Cambridge too, everybody, and I gotta tell you, I miss Cambridge all the time, and I'm proud of all of you, and I'm certainly proud of my friend David and all the good he does in the world. And I just want to say to everybody, just remember, we are all in this together. We're all here to uplift each other. We're all here to honor and respect each other. That's what I learned growing up in Cambridge. That's what I hope everyone remembers every day of your lives.
If they scorn me today, turn me away, no matter what they say. I'm gonna be just a friend. I'm gonna try it once more, knock on every door.
And I really hope that whatever comes from this, and I'm a big believer in every vote counts and every vote should be counted, and we should be celebrating the fact that we had the largest turnout in U.S. history in this most recent election. We had the largest turnout in Massachusetts history. We had the largest turnout in U.S. history. Many states had the largest turnout they've ever had in any election.
Denise, what happened today?
Today, we were bound and won.
Yes.
And he's going to the White House. Trump's out Germany coming out.
And your vote?
I vote.
all my heart, I gotta make a new start in the world this morning. Ah, if they scorn me today, turn me away, no matter what they say. Try it once more. I gotta knock on each and every door. I gotta see if I
Can I just say this? I just want the guys to understand, because I know you made mention about their size. So it does make a difference. And you have to understand, I'm a woman, I'm 5'6", okay? And weigh 135 pounds, okay? So I'm at a disadvantage with every one of the guys you just told me about. I am at a disadvantage. So, like Tim said, when you walk up to a car and it's late at night and you're by yourself and you got 2 or 3 big guys in the car, I already know I'm outmanned. You know, if they decide to get out, so I have to maintain some type of control of the people in that car.
Scorn me today. Don't you dare turn me away. I'm gonna try it once more. I gotta knock on each and every door of the world this morning. I gotta see if I can be a friend. Everybody sing with me. I gotta give it all my heart. You know we gotta make a new start in the world this morning. I wanna find me a friend. Oh, it's gone me today. They can't turn me away. I wanna be a friend. I gotta try just one more. You know I gotta knock on each and every door. I wanna see if I can be a friend. I wanna help somebody. I wanna help everybody. I gotta give all my heart. I wanna make a new start.
What happened today?
Joe Biden won president, and I voted for the first time, and I'm so happy that I voted, and I'm so happy that I could enjoy this time of Joe Biden winning the president's election.
Joe, I got a message for you that I wrote. This is your time. You're the right man for the job. You're gonna start on January 6th. Your entire life serving the country. I know you'll do this. Most people would crumble and give up, but I know you won't. I've admired you for so much, Joe. You lost in the shallows of valley of death. Anyone knows this, what you're going through. Any parent knows this, what you've been going through, Joe. This alone makes you the right person for the job with you and Carmela to make an inclusive leader it once was. Back to Olympia, and then guess what I'm saying, Joe, I've got you back.
Patrick Luigi received an anonymous donation from a private donor and is planning his play premiere in May 2022. Tickets go on sale next week. His recording of Rainbow Connection also went viral. Pam O'Connor pulled through after a nasty battle with cancer. The doctors and nurses at Mount Auburn and Mass General saved her life. Dwight and Pam planned to travel to Mexico in fall of 2022. Kelly Breeze and DJ 4 Hope began dating and have both been asked to work alongside Stacey Abrams this year in hopes of starting a similar movement in Massachusetts. Chief Adam Justice and Lieutenant Lamar Forte will retire together in January of 2022 and will start a consulting firm for law enforcement all over the country. They will focus on bringing best practices, race, and building strong bonds between police and communities of color. Denise Goodrum retired from her job at the group home and now teaches jewelry making at the VA hospital in Jamaica Plain. Caesar Brute was playing in Harvard Square when he was approached by a professor at the Berklee School of Music and is now taking classes there 3 nights a week. Rowdy Rich Rogers now hosts his own online sports podcast. He has a lot of followers and it is simply called It Doesn't Matter What You Think. Mayor Radley has been asked to work for Vice President Harris's outreach team. He is off to our nation's capital in January. David Tynes continues to enjoy the best job in the world, working alongside Elmo, Wendell, Christina, Jackie, Eric, Chantel, and Amy at the Cambridge program. Dr. Jill Young and Dr. Leslie Conley and their team were major contributors to getting an effective vaccine out to the public quickly. They have now been asked by Dr. Fauci to be regular contributors on his new TV show, The Fauci Files. Giuseppe and Sal continue to spread goodwill and cheer throughout the community at his bar. However, Giuseppe will take a leave of absence to play the role of Sal, formerly made famous by Danny Aiello in the remake of Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, coming out in December 2022. And finally, Jack Sr., who did not succumb to COVID. Instead, he is one of a handful of survivors that got a second chance. He and Jack Jr. still enjoy fishing, singing along with the sound of music, and listening to Joe Castiglione call Red Sox games. They are still conservatives, but are now registered independents.